All right, now it's time for part 2 of our elegant layout, and this is going to be adding the little borders on top of the photos with the punch outs from the Baroque punch and adding the ABC letters as a title. And I'm gonna have to be honest, when I made my original page, the one that I called An Elegant Evening, I did not have enough of the, was it the, let me see which letter it was. One of the letters I did not have enough of. It might have been the ends. And so I kind of had to fake it with some V's because this is not a complete set of alphabet letters. So we are going to have to possibly fudge it depending on what you're going to say. I think I'm going to be in the same position with my ends because I'm trying to write the words anniversary dinner, which has a lot of ends in it, and we're only given 3. So I'm probably going to have to fake it with some kind of combo of a upside down W and a V or something like that, but it works. I mean, I bet you never even noticed, did you? Probably not. So not too worried about that. And the other part of what we're doing is adding the banners on the top, and we're gonna lay the banners on top and snip as we go. I don't have precise measurements for that, but I think you're gonna be able to eyeball it as long as you've got a good pair of scissors right by it. I mean, probably the micro tips would work well, but I'm just using my regular scissors. So let's go ahead and do that. I think maybe we will do the banners first and then we'll do the letters second. So I put the black on the first layer and then the white on top. So what I do is I kind of take my strips, and I'm going to be honest, while I was taking a break, I did punch one more strip of these the cream colored cardstock, because remember that was coming from a sheet of paper that wasn't quite 12 by 12. So I do think you're going to probably need at least 3 strips of those from that cardstock that came from your Happy Album kit. All right, so what I'm doing here is taking these black punches from the Baroque punch, and I'm just going to kind of lay them on top of each photo like so and measure out what I need. Okay, so I need about that much from, well, it's probably neater just to start this way. All right, so I'm going to take that and I'm going to cut this like so, and then take this, cut this one. I think with that I'll just keep it real neat. Push some under. Now you can see why that's going to be perfect right there. Now you can see why we're going to need the repositionable tape. Okay, let's do it over here on this side. Okay, like so. Come on, Ash. And let's put this one here because that's going to be the most visible. And then this other middle one won't be as visible. So we'll see if we can get away with what we've got left, or if we're going to have to punch a little more. I think we're going to be fine. We're going to be fine. Probably going to tuck it under a little bit just like that. Ash, buddy. Come on, sweet baby. All right, just like that. I'm going to cut some of that extra off. So you can see I'm just kind of eyeballing this, not measuring it or anything, just making sure it's wide enough to cover it up. And we're going to do the same thing with the cream paper. All right, so we can just take these. Here we go. Do like that. And cut that one. And take this one. You can use the first one that you cut out as a role model for you, right? Like a pattern. This might be too short to go anywhere, really. Tuck that under there. Take this one. This one looks perfect. So this probably starts nicely from the end. All right. Snip. Let's do the same over here. I'll try to figure out where it started. Somewhere like that. That one's got a couple of little extra things. I hope you're following along with me and not having any problems with this. Okay, let's see. It's got to go like that. I played around with it. I tried it with the black on the top, but it just was too dark. just really couldn't see it. But I do think it adds, you don't have to have the black at all. I mean, if you just want to have the cream, that's fine. But it's almost like a shadow effect to me. So that's why I liked having 2 layers. Just added something. Okay, but not necessary. But it's just what I chose to do. Okay, so there we go. We've got what we need here. This is where the repositionable tape's going to definitely come in handy. Okay, so get out your repositionable tape. I keep mine in a separate case so I don't have to keep switching them out. It's worth it. Okay, so what are we going to do? We're going to start with the black. Okay, put some on that like that. Stick it down. I don't want to cover too much of your photo, but enough. Okay, and make sure you stick it on the right side. It matters. Yeah, make sure you got it right. Especially since we've got some kind of odd cuts with some of these. Okay, and don't completely cover it. That defeats the purpose of the shadowing. Okay, looks like I got a little extra over here. I'll just snip it off. Okay, so you're just going to repeat this exercise all the way through. And you're gonna probably have some extra. You can tuck it under the photo like I'm about to do with this one. Just kind of lifting it up. Get that off. I don't want to cover Dad's head. So pull it up a little bit like that. Maybe even slide it a little bit more so it's not right on top of him. Thank you, repositionable tape. Okay, and do the same thing again, being careful to get the right side when you're putting your adhesive on. Okay. Now, I'm happy with how these throat punch borders come out. They're very elegant. And you'll see when I do the doors and windows class, I was able to make them kind of look like an ornate door handle. That's what started me using the Baroque punch in the beginning. Sometimes I buy the punches, I don't really know exactly what I'm going to use them for, and then lightning just strikes. Okay, so we get that pushed down. Let's repeat the same thing on the other side. Now we got the hang of this. Black goes down first, cream goes down second. Very important that you pay attention to what side you're putting the adhesive on. Let's see, is that what I want? Yep. Okay, just like that. Always checking. Let's see. ABC, always be checking. All right, let's put that there. This is looking cool. Cool to me anyway. I think it's cool. I don't always do this, but this was a special occasion. Deserves special page. Get some of this little extra guy out. Make sure I do it right. Yep. Right, repeat, and after we do this, we are going to do some quick little caption boxes and our title, and that is going to be that. The good news is this cardstock's so pretty that if you use top loading sleeves and you have more pictures from the same event, you don't have to recreate all this again, but you can put pictures on this and put pictures on the back of the other one and have, you know, beautiful backs, even without having to do a whole lot of elaborate stuff, because the shimmer cardstock's so pretty anyway. But I'm a big fan of the see-through top-loading sleeves, because the more of these types of pages that we do, the more you want to see what's on the other side, especially with some of the designer paper that's so pretty, you don't want to hide it. So that's why I'm a big fan of the top-loading sleeves. We're going to be using those in the doors and windows technique for sure. Okay, so let's see how much space we have. I'm looking at this. This is where I put my caption, so not a lot of space. So I am just gonna, you can make them skinny, but long if you want. Make it like that. Just taking my leftover cream and my leftover black shimmer, just like that. And just making little mat for each one. I want to have enough room to write, but there's not a whole lot of room, so let's just go ahead and stick this down like so. Okay. If you want to be real precise, you can use your personal trimmer, but just trying to do this for demonstration purpose and get it down there. Show you guys what we're doing here. Okay, a little caption box right here, or you could put it right here. I think it'd probably look pretty good here. It's going to depend on your photos. I think my original one, I would have covered up too much with the photos, but I think in this one, this might look pretty cool right here. And I could probably do the same exact thing over there. Now I do want this one to match. It's the right length. Let's make it the right height. About here. Okay. And this guy we want to be about this tall. So this way you're keeping the same colors on the page, you're using what you have, you're not wasting much. And you know, you can't really write on shimmer. That's why I'm really wanting to make these specific caption boxes. Normally I would say just right here and there, but I don't know, maybe you can write on shimmer. I've tried it before, but I wouldn't think that it would be as good as writing on just regular cardstock. So I'll kind of put that there, just like that. And so you get your little black pen and you tell a little bit here and a little bit there. And I don't know what you're going to say on yours, but here are your ABC letters. You can put them on the top. And like I said, you might have to fudge some of them if there aren't enough, but I have confidence that you'll be able to do that. Enjoy.